Welcome to Soothing News. Uplifting stories with meditation music in the background. My name is Ethan. Welcome to another soothing conversation. Today I have a brilliant writer, comedian, and fan of pretend violence, Steven Castillo. How's it going, Steven?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Am I? This is a good volume.
That volume is perfect. Maybe just lean in a little bit more.
Okay. Got it.
So, we're here today to discuss WWE. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Tell us what WWE stands for and why you love it.
WWE stands for World Wrestling Entertainment. It used to be WWF, but they got sued by the World Wildlife Association, so now it is considered entertainment instead of a federation.
I actually knew about that because I used to host a science podcast and at one point spoke with someone from the World Wildlife Fund and proceeded to ask them a bunch of wrestling questions. What is it about this wrestling that sparks a joy inside your soul?
For me, it's the simplicity of a classic battle of good versus evil.
So there are, should I call them wrestlers, that are representative of the good, and then there are wrestlers who are the bad.
Correct.
And does the good prevail?
In some cases, they don't.
Fascinating. Do you have a favorite wrestler?
Yes. And he goes by the name of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I know a little bit about Stone Cold, but from what I remember, he was popular during my youth. Are you telling me that you watch old wrestling, or is he still active?
As far as I know, he is no longer active due to many surgeries to his knees.
So, are you saying your favorite wrestler is Stone Cold Steve Austin because of his performances from years ago? And do you still watch those performances?
Yes, and not to be crass, but I love him because he was the quote-unquote toughest SOB there is. And my TikTok algorithm is just old clips of him.
Fantastic. So, do you currently watch the WWE? And if so, when do you watch that? Is there a program people should tune into in order to start their wrestling journey?
I'm glad you asked. Yesterday was a huge event called WrestlePalooza, where something kind of messed up happened.
Intriguing. I've never heard of WrestlePalooza. describe this event and what happened, please?
Well, this was the first ever WrestlePalooza, and this was a classic clash of the titans between our good guy, John Cena, versus our bad guy, Brock Lesnar. And John Cena came out on stage with 20 little kids dressed like him, and it was very cute and endearing to see all these kid fans watching him from the crowd and on stage. And the match only lasted 5 minutes, and John Cena got his ass kicked, and it just cut to a bunch of little kids crying their eyes out.
This sounds incredible. I thought John Cena was just a big actor who used to wrestle, so I'm very impressed that he still risks his butt in the ring.
Well, you're almost right. He's actually on his retirement tour, and he will have his last wrestling match this December. Thank you.
We're not done. But you're welcome. Now, is WrestlePalooza a yearly event, or is that like a new weekly show?
WrestlePalooza, as far as I know, is a yearly event. And I just want to apologize for saying thank you earlier. I still want to be here to talk.
First of all, I already said you're welcome. No need to apologize. And secondly, you don't really have a choice. I only asked for about 10 to 15 minutes, so I don't feel bad about forcing you to speak for that period of time. So let's say I'm convinced to watch WWE. Where do I start?
You're not gonna like this answer. If you really want to watch WWE, you have to have Netflix to watch it on Monday. You need to have ESPN Plus to watch the monthly big shows. You have to have Peacock to watch Saturday Night Main Event. And you have to have a cable subscription to watch NXT on Tuesday and Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network.
That sounds like absolute mayhem. I'm sure it upsets wrestling fans worldwide to have that many streamers. If there's one, if I were to choose one, what do you think is the best weekly event?
I would say it's Netflix with Monday Night Raw.
Wow. Monday Night Raw. Sounds intense. Do you wish to participate in any way, whether it's seeing these events live? Have you been to a live wrestling match? And if so, what'd you think?
I have gone to these events live, and I could say earnestly It's the greatest live entertainment of all time.
It seems purposefully over the top and extreme. And maybe that combination with portrayed violence would equate to an immensely entertaining experience. Am I getting that right? Or is there something I'm missing?
That's a very good assessment. I would add that there are sometimes surprises, like surprise appearances. People you haven't seen in 10 years make a comeback, and in those type of moments, nostalgia can kick in, and it could even make a man cry.
Even though I was a little bit rude earlier in this recording, I would love to invite myself to see my first live wrestling match or event with you, if you would have me.
I would love that. And also, it's not embarrassing for a 35-year-old man to still watch wrestling, because Jon Stewart watches wrestling, and he's like he's basically our Lenny Bruce now.
That makes me feel good, because I love Jon Stewart, and I'll do anything that he does, and I'm 37. I think we've learned a lot here today. You have sparked a new interest for me, and for that, and for your time, I thank you.
Thank you. And please subscribe to the podcast if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Soothing News is produced by Shawnee Moose, The Goose is Loose, Tracy, and me, Ethan Edinburgh. This podcast is edited and mixed by Shawnee Moose and features original music by me. The artwork was drawn by Aaliyah Kamilova. A special thanks to our guest, Steven Castillo. And special thanks also to you, our listeners. See you next week.